Beach is having you over. You're making a big mistake.
Tomorrow, 10:30, near Butler's Wharf.
Chin up. We're all behind you, you know.
Yeah, I know. It's just Smithy's back today and the inspector wants my decision.
Well, she shouldn't be putting a gun to your head, not over something like this.
Yeah, well, I can't leave it like this, can I? With everyone gossiping about whether Smithy raped me or not.
298 from Sierra Oscar.
Do what you think is right, yeah? Go ahead, Dean.
A young male has been found unconscious in railway yard between station and Canley College.
It's over there.
Show us stealing.
All right, Debbie? Yes, thanks. Bit of a late night. Studying law, so I hear.
OK, everybody, if you can settle down. Thanks for coming in early. Now, the reason we're running this operation away from Sunhill is to ensure maximum security. Now, as you know, we've been anticipating a major robbery. We have new intelligence. It's happening today. Now, these guys, they're giving us a major headache because they're parading their fancy diamonds to the world on our doorstep. We're talking about millions of pounds worth bobbing about on a boat on the Thames. Neil.
Which is where Jason Black's outfit come into the picture. We've had them on the surveillance for days and they're clearly planning something big, which fits in with our intelligence about the diamonds. So far, they've stolen a mechanical digger, 2 transits and a Saab 93. Now we're guessing they're planning to hijack the diamonds en route from the vault. Now there are 3 vulnerable points on the route. The vault itself, a cut-through on the way to the embankment here, and a jetty by Butler's Wharf, which is where the diamonds will leave the security van and go onto the boat. Now we'll be following them all the way.
And Jason Black has done this before. He's good. So whatever they do will be over in a matter of minutes. And it won't leave us or themselves any margin for error.
SO19 will be with us in unmarked cars, and India 99 will be in the air in case we lose them on the way.
And we're in no doubt that that is our target, and our intelligence is from a good source, Gov.
No question. Now let's get down to the nitty-gritty.
No, I'm starting in custody. Keep you out of harm's way.
I've nothing to hide, Mom.
And I'm sure that's true. I just think you know...
You just think what? Look, I'm innocent of this rape allegation, and I want everybody here to know that.
Yeah, but there hasn't been an official allegation as yet.
You're kidding.
Kerry Young has yet to make a decision, and I can't act on rumour.
What? So I'm just left hanging, am I?
I'm sorry. Did you want something?
You did? This? If I was Smithy, I'd be glad I had you for a boss.
Oh, you're not. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. Thanks very much. Excuse me. Hello, can you hear me?
Do you see what happened?
Okay, he's unconscious, but he's breathing and he's got a pulse. See if you've got any ID. Stephen Giles, he's a student here, and there's a bank card as well. It's not his, though.
What? Khadija Mia?
Could be stolen.
Doesn't explain why he got the kick in. Let's check him out for any previous.
Okay. Sierra Oscar from 202. Can you give me a name check, please?
Stephen, what have you been up to?
There you go. So, what we got?
Right, I've just had a call from the surveillance team watching Jason Black. And look at who he just had breakfast with.
Trevor Little.
Your Australian big man and Kavanagh's target, so he is involved after all.
Well, it makes sense. Black's good, but he's not a noise. Someone had to be bankrolling him.
I'll tell Kavanagh.
No, it's all right. Leave it to me. This is our gig. Too many cooks and all that.
Khadija Mia? Yes? PC Young, PC Hemingway from Sunhill. Do you mind if we ask you a couple of questions?
What about?
Do you have a bank card?
Yes.
Where is it now? Is this your card?
Yes, where did you find it?
Can we come in?
Don't keep people waiting on the doorstep, Khadija. This is my mum. What are they doing here?
I'm PC Young. This is PC Hemingway. We're from Sun Hill. Look, it's really nothing to worry about. We found your card at a crime scene, so anything you can tell us might help our inquiries.
Crime scene?
Yeah. Do you know Stephen Giles?
No. Why? Who is he?
He's a local student. We found him unconscious this morning. We're just trying to establish what happened.
Have you any idea of how he might have got hold of your card?
Khadija, what's going on?
Khadija.
Are you okay?
I don't know who he is. I must have dropped my card. Maybe he picked it up. Thank you for bringing it back.
I'm afraid that's evidence. We can't give it back until we work out how Stephen got hold of it.
Are you prepared to give us a statement?
You're a hard man to track down.
D.I. Kavanagh, are we keeping you busy?
It's your visits to Hayes Prison, D.I. Manson. My colleagues and I find it intriguing.
Well, I'm flattered.
Oh, come on, you know the drill. I'm sure you and Don Beach don't just chat about old times.
Well, if there's anything that you need to know, I'll be sure to keep you posted.
Right, you do that.
Even if Kerry does make it official, is it likely to go anywhere?
Well, she didn't have a medical examination at the time, so it's just her word against Smithy's. Probably not.
I take it she's well aware of all that.
Well, she's a police officer. If she makes an allegation, she knows how she'll be dealt with.
And if she doesn't?
Well, that's my problem. I don't see how she and Smithy can work together after this.
You're talking about transferring one of them out of her.
I don't see that I've got any other option.
Well, Smithy's hardly likely to request a transfer if he believes he's innocent.
Yeah. And quite rightly, in my opinion. It would make him look guilty.
And if we ask Kerry to move, it makes it look like we're punishing her for crying rape. And she hasn't even made an allegation yet. Oh, I see what this is about, Gina.
What?
You want me to do your dirty work for you. I can't say I blame you. I did the same myself. They'll both have to go.
We don't have to go that far.
Yes, we do.
No, I can't lose Smithy. He's my best sergeant. There's got to be another way.
We both know there isn't. Discuss it with them first, and then see if they'll do it voluntarily.
And what if they won't?
Let's hope it doesn't come to that.
So can you give us a description?
He came up behind me.
He. So it's just the one person then?
I couldn't say. I must have got knocked out pretty quickly.
And you can't think of any reason why someone would attack you?
No. Sorry. It's just all a blur.
Is this yours?
Yes. Did he steal it?
Found it in your pocket.
Not much worth nicking anyway.
Yeah, you students always skint, eh?
Exactly.
Is that why you stole a bank card?
What?
Found it in your wallet.
Oh, that... My girlfriend asked me to look after it last night.
Very original.
Well, she came out without a bag, so she asked me to carry it. I swear, she gave me the card. If you don't believe me, check it with her.
We already have.
Spoken to Khadija?
She says she doesn't know you.
What?
So when you're fit enough to leave the hospital, we'll be arresting you on suspicion of handling stolen goods.
No, she's lying. She's made a mistake. What's going on?
They are.
Thanks.
Your boss is jumping like a frog on a hot plate.
I'm not surprised. It's gone up a notch or two since your man was linked to it.
My man.
Trevor Little, working with Jason Black on the diamond robbery. That's why you're here, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is, but diamonds, though, that's not his gang's usual MO. He gave her this nugget of information.
The DI's latest snout. With us all working together, though, this one won't get away.
Sorry to break up the party, but we're on the move. Debbie, I want you on foot by the jetty. Now, today.
Please.
Sorry, D.I. Kavanagh, this is about to go live.
Suits me. I like to be in the thick of things.
I like to keep things tight, so why don't I see you later?
Of course, you really should have told me that Trevor Little was involved in this. So I have to be here now, see?
This is still my gig.
You want to stay that way? One phone call, and you're checking tax test or Trevor Little's halfway through his sentence.
Really?
Really. Cut me out again, D.I. Manson, and you'll regret it.
You want me to transfer?
You're her sergeant. I can't keep you apart forever.
So I go and she gets to stay, is that it? Or are you going to get rid of her and all?
I'm not getting rid of anyone. I'm just asking you and Kerry to put in for a voluntary transfer. Believe me, if there was a choice, there'd be no contest. I've got to be seen to be fair.
I understand.
Look, this is hard for everyone, Smithy. The last thing I want is to lose another good officer because of Kerry Young.
I came back to confront this, Mel, not make it worse. So if it's the best thing for the Nick, then I'll go.
You don't have to decide now.
I already have.
My DI is not trying to exclude you. We only got information through about Little's involvement this morning.
Courtesy of our friend Don Beach. Are you happy about D.I. Manson visiting Beach?
If it was up to me, we wouldn't have anything to do with him. But I don't argue with results.
In that case, I think we should cover all our bases in case all this good info comes at a cost.
So you're up to speed?
I get the impression that Neil thinks I'm treading on his toes.
I'm in charge here.
Look, I don't want to steal anyone's thunder, but Little is Ence's business.
You're the only one of us who actually knows Trevor Little. And the less I have to rely on second-hand information from Don Beach, the better.
Stephen, if you know something that you're not telling us, it's going to make things a lot worse for you.
Was her mother there when you asked her about me?
Yeah?
Yeah. The family are very traditional. They don't know about us.
Yeah, no one seems to know about you and Khadijah. It's funny, that, isn't it?
I'm telling the truth.
I've spoken to your college. Your information checks out. His timetable's the same as Khadijah's.
Suspect transit approaching your position now. Confirm you have visual contact.
Control from D.I. Manson. We have a transit van. Little will go straight to the bank vault when we deal others en route.
You don't think they'll strike when the diamonds are on the boat?
It's too public, isn't it?
We've had confirmation that the digger's on the move. But it's not en route for the vaults.
Here we go. Confirm that Trevor Little is now leaving the Bessborough Court Hotel. We're going to proceed with caution.
On the bridge. Anything happening your end?
Boat's clear. No movement yet. What's the news from control?
The security van's just arrived at the vault.
And the diamonds will take 10 minutes to load.
They won't hit it at the vault. The digger's heading in the wrong direction.
What do you think, they'll strike en route?
Possibly. My money says they'll wait until the diamonds arrive here, though.
Proceeding along Wiscombe Street.
That's approximately the midpoint between the vault and the jetty.
Our intelligence was spot on then.
The security van's about to leave the vault. What's the transit doing?
Nothing, Gov. What about the digger?
Still stationary and on the low loader. There's no move to intercept the diamonds. All units hold off.
Maybe you spoke too soon.
They're here to make sure the goods are on board. I always said that point 2 was more likely.
Well, I think he's telling the truth. What, because they go to the same college? Come on, it just gives him a perfect opportunity to make a car from my bag.
No, he told me Khadijah's mother doesn't want us to see him.
And you believe him? It's a perfect excuse. Right up there with she was asking for it. That came out wrong, sorry.
I don't know what I believe anymore, Yvonne.
What do you mean?
This whole thing with Smithy, I can't remember the details, can I?
It doesn't mean it didn't happen, okay?
I don't know what did happen. I just wish I hadn't discussed it with anyone. Yvonne, I shouldn't have told Gabriel.
Gabriel?
Yeah, talking to him about it made it feel a lot clearer. That's the way it felt at the time.
Why? What did he say? Kerry?
Nothing. It's just me. Forget it.
Smith is on custody. He'll keep his head down if he's got any sense.
Thanks.
And you take as much time as you need. Don't let Inspector Gold bully you, OK?
All right.
Come on. Let's go and talk to DS DeCosta, see what she thinks about Khadija.
Can you just give us a minute, yeah?
Still mad at me?
It should have been my choice who I wanted to tell. I'm the one that's got to deal with the consequences.
I know, I'm sorry. But listen, I want to help. So, if you need to speak to someone, I'm here, okay?
Thanks.
The digger's been unloaded and Black is on course to join up with the security van.
My guess is that they're going to try and hem the van in and then ram it with the digger. We're in business. Have eyeball on security van and suspects. Full alert.
They've got a welcoming committee. Now, I thought the jetty was going to be clear until after the delivery.
How far off is the security van?
Nearing position 2 and they still haven't struck. Look, this doesn't make sense. Neil said they'd have hit the diamonds well before now.
I don't like this.
We can't evacuate. We'll blow the whole thing.
We're getting a report of an RTA just off Starkwater Road.
That's just up from here. Stay well back.
I've done this before.
Yeah, we have eyeball, Gov.
Do you think it's part of the plan?
What's happening?
Not a lot.
Ambulance now in attendance. Security van on the move.
We're now en route to the river, near Butler's Wharf.
It's the last option now.
Khadija!
What do you want now?
He told us he hadn't heard of Stephen Giles.
Yeah?
Well, he's in your class at college.
I can't put a name to everyone.
Oh, you know Stephen. Tall fella. Dark hair. Says he's your boyfriend.
I haven't got a boyfriend. I'm getting married in a few months.
Khadija, whatever you tell us won't get back to your parents. I promise you that. Please, Khadija, we want to help you.
I'm sorry. I don't know him. Just leave me alone.
Khadija, if you don't help us, Stephen could be charged for stealing your card. Is that what you want?
I want to be left alone.
Fine. You want to play games? Fine.
Games? You think this is a game? Does that look like a game?
Right, mate. I'm over the moon. Smith has been given the boot.
You're joking.
Well, officially he's put in for a transfer, but it's a bit of a coincidence, isn't it?
Well, I don't get it. Why leave now? Kerry hasn't spoken to Inspector Gold yet.
She won't need to now. If he was innocent, he'd fight his corner. So what does that say to you, eh?
They're here. They'll be by the waterside in a couple of minutes.
What are you doing?
I think they're closing in to block him off down that street.
Security van in position.
All units from control. Stand by at point 3.
Little is stationary at the far end.
Black on the move.
Diamond's leaving the vehicle now.
All units, full alert, standby.
Anything?
Kavanagh, pick up and pursue to Sussex Wharf.
Sam, what's happening with the Jessie?
The diamonds have been unloaded, Gov.
No sign of Little or the gang.
You won't be arrested over the bank card, but we need to talk to you about Khadijah.
Does she want to see me?
Khadijah's here. Stephen, she was attacked last night.
What?
What time did you leave her?
It wasn't me.
Stephen, we have to ask.
How is she?
She's been cut up rather badly. The attacker used a knife.
No. He wouldn't.
Who? Stephen, do you know who did this?
Her brother. He saw us in the pub last night. After she'd left, he warned me not to go near her. I was upset. I told him to get lost. And then this morning, he beat me up.
Beach has been stringing us along like fools.
And why would he do that?
Guess he's kicked out of playing games. He's probably been feeding information to both sides. Manton thinks he can handle him, but he's out of his depth.
I think you underestimate our DI. But I have to admit something about this smells.
Like prison visiting rooms.
Black is peeled off.
Maintaining pursuit of Little.
Negative, DI Manson.
Humbling the operation. All units return to base.
Sir, this could give us a lead.
No, Neil.
The operation's over.
I don't believe this. What's got into him?
Well, I won't pretend I didn't see it coming. I know Little's MO pretty well. He favours the dummy run and spooks easily.
Well, you didn't say anything before, did you?
As I recall, D.I. Manson, you didn't want me around. Which doesn't look like such a smart move now, does it?
He was in the pub. He saw what happened. I'm really sorry.
My brother did this too.
If it was just me, I wouldn't have said anything. But you... I never thought he'd hurt you.
What are you talking about?
He didn't...
No, my brother wouldn't cut me.
Khadijah, I know you don't want to talk to us, but we need to...
You don't understand anything. Any of you. It wasn't my brother. He would never do that.
Do what?
Nothing. I want to go now. I need to get back to my family.
If you tell us what happened, we can help you.
Carrie, let her go.
No. You've been raped, haven't you?
What are you doing?
And right now you can do something about this, yeah? But if you walk away, you have to live knowing he's out there free to do it again to someone else. Now tell me what happened. Have you been raped?
Yes. What would I have to do?
Dear Costa will explain everything. You'll be well looked after. But if you want, I can have a word with your mum.
I don't want her to know.
That's fine. It's your call.
I'll see you in CSU, yeah?
Are you sure you want to continue? I mean, what happened at the hospital?
I'm fine. Got the result, didn't I? You're very pleased with yourself. What's up?
You haven't heard? Smithy's leaving.
What?
He put in for a transfer. He could be gone by the end of the week.
A voluntary transfer?
Apparently it came from the top. Super doesn't want him around anymore.
What does Smithy think?
Who cares? He's getting exactly what he deserves, right?
Yeah, right. Gabriel, I'll catch you later.
You heard about Smithy?
I never thought it would get this far.
Yeah, well, Smithy might be the inspector's pet, but even she can't ignore a rape allegation.
I never made an allegation. I didn't even want Cameron to know. I tell 2 people and suddenly it's all around the station.
Well, I didn't say anything.
I'm not blaming anyone. It's just completely out of control. I wish I could turn the clock back.
Yeah? How far back? The day the rumour got out? Or to before he raped you?
Something spooked them, or they got wind that we were onto them.
Or it could have something to do with that gas leak that was nearby. I've spoken to a couple of local nicks, and they both had uniformed officers in attendance. I mean, I agree with you, Jack. I think they were spooked.
Black's outfit are professionals. They'll have anticipated something like that. A couple of traffic cops aren't going to faze them.
Have you got anything better?
I'm working on it, sir.
I was upstairs. I thought burglars came when you were out.
So, when did this happen?
About half an hour ago. I came straight round.
I still don't see how they got in.
Well, the lock was already broken, wasn't it?
Do you have any trouble with kids around here?
Do we?
We've been moving heaven and earth to try and get that youth club reopened, and this is the way they repay us.
Khadijah's agreed to let us fetch the clothes that she was wearing last night. They're under her bed. Do you know the address?
Yeah.
Yeah?
What about her mum?
She's going to be at work until 6. Are you all right going there on your own?
Yeah.
Kerry, would you attend the preliminary interview with me and Khadijah? Are you up to it?
I'll do it if you'd rather.
No, I'll be fine, I'll be fine.
I should have replaced those locks. I've been meaning to do it.
It's not your fault. Ivy's lucky to have someone like you to keep an eye on her.
It didn't stop this happening, did it? And both you and I know whoever did this is likely to come back for another go.
Well, the sad truth is, a woman of Ivy's age, living on her own round here, well, she's bound to be vulnerable, isn't she?
Yeah. I want to ask Ivy to move in with me for a while, but...
But what?
We've only been seeing each other for a few months.
Right.
We're all the same under the skin, PC Ken. However wrinkly it might happen to be.
Well, I reckon you should go ahead and ask her. What's the worst that could happen, eh? How are we getting on, Ivy?
My husband's ring's been taken as well. Was in here.
Well, see if you can find any photos of your husband wearing the ring. DC Carver's on his way from CID. He'll need them for identification.
I brought this on myself. I've been useless since Eric died.
You've always got Roy.
I think that Roy wants me to move in with him.
I see.
My age.
And what's stopping you?
Eric only died 4 years ago.
Do you want to know what I think? Eric would want to see you on your own. I'm sure he'd give you his blessing.
When you left the pub, did you follow your usual route home?
I never realised how dark it was. When you're with someone, you don't notice.
With someone?
Stephen usually walks me back. I could tell someone was walking behind me. I walked faster, but so did he.
Can you describe him?
It's a bit hazy. He was white, average height, short dark hair.
If you were to see him again, do you think you could identify him?
I don't know. I guess so.
What happened next?
He pushed me against the wall and pulled at my skirt, but it kept falling down. I kept thinking I shouldn't have been there. It was all a mistake. I should have stayed in the pub with Stephen.
You're doing really well, Khadijah.
He pulled out a knife, cut my skirt right up to the waist. I told him I didn't want to. I begged him to stop.
But he didn't.
He got a knife and put it against my neck. And undid his trousers. How could he force me to do it? Where's the pleasure in it? I don't understand.
Oh, Khadijah. Rape is not about sex, it's about power. Some men like having that kind of control.
This wasn't a man. He was a monster.
There's no need to worry. I'm PC Hemingway. I was here earlier.
What are you doing here?
We needed some of Kadisha's clothes for forensic examination. She was attacked last night.
Attacked? No, there must be some mistake. She was perfectly fine this morning.
She's reported it since then.
What sort of attack?
I'm sorry, I can't tell you any more.
What happens now?
Well, Kerry is going to go with you to the refuge, where you will be medically examined. Then we're going to need a full statement. And if we can identify the man who attacked you, and if we have enough evidence to prosecute, then we will need you to appear as a witness. Would you be prepared to do that?
I don't know. I feel like I've made such a mess of things already.
No, you haven't, Khadija. You've been really brave. Telling us must have been the hardest thing to do.
That was just you. I can't stand up in court and tell the whole world. My mum, she just...
Oh, listen. You don't have to make that decision just yet. Have the medical examination, for your sake at least, so that if you do decide to prosecute, we'll have the evidence there.
You could send this guy to prison, Khadija. You know, regain some of the power that he took. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I'm into anything.
I'm sorry, but you weren't answering your phone.
Excuse me. What is it?
Mrs. Mears in reception. My mum's here.
It's all right. I can deal with it.
You said you wouldn't tell her. You said it was my decision. What have you done?
She's pretty upset about her husband's ring. Sentimental value.
Did the neighbours see anything?
Nothing useful. There's kids up and down here all the time.
Hello, Detective Constable Jim Carver, CID. You must be Ivy.
Yeah. I found you a photo of the ring and have made a list of everything that's been taken from my bag.
Oh, thanks. That's most helpful. So, you were upstairs at the time of the burglary?
I was. Oh. Hello! Come in.
I took Maureen some flowers. She was feeling terrible, so I said we'd have the little monsters for a while.
Oh, DC Carver, this is Roy. Friend, neighbour and knight in shining armour.
Oh, yeah.
My pleasure.
My pleasure.
And Maureen is?
She's my daughter. She's been having chemo, hasn't she?
I'm sorry.
Well, she's not too bad, but these can be very exhausted.
Well, I'd better get off.
Right.
Roy, why don't you give Ivy a break, take the kids out of the way.
Thanks for all your help, PC Kent. He's marvellous, you know. Right, come on, you two, up to your room. Hey, have you ever played Sleeping Lions? Well, there's one that's awake. And he's...
Good friend, eh?
He's the best. Those two love him. You'd have thought it was Christmas when I told them he was coming back.
Back?
He's been up in Scotland with his sister. Don't know where he finds the energy. Cup of tea?
I'd love one.
Whose decision was it to allow PC Young to work on a rape case?
I'm sorry, what's that got to do with you?
She's dealing with her own rape allegation. It's completely inappropriate.
She hasn't made an allegation yet.
Oh, come on. Do you really think that she's the right person for that job?
She's a trained SOET officer, Jonathan. That's what they do.
Huh? You know best, I suppose.
Oh, I'm so glad you noticed. Was there anything else?
Huh?
How's our harmonious relationship with the CPS going?
Whose bright idea was it to have a resident solicitor anyway? Complete waste of resources.
He really gets under your skin, doesn't he?
What? Oh, don't be ridiculous. Thank you very much.
Come.
Sir. I really need to have a word about this Trevor Little business. I think we're barking up the wrong tree.
Have you spoken to DCI Meadows about this?
Yeah, I've tried, but, you know, he's not always the easiest man to speak to.
Then make more of an effort. He's your senior officer and he's an excellent copper. You should show him more respect.
Sir.
Gov,
Not now, sir.
you want to hear this? I've just had a call from Hayes End Prison.
Go on.
Something's happened to one of the cons. They wouldn't give his name, but they said you'd know who.
Okay, thanks. Samantha? Don't mention it to the DCI.
I'm sorry. I just want to forget all about this.
Please, Khadija, you can't let him get away with this. Kerry, you're making a mistake.
Don't need a lecture about right and wrong. You're not the one who has to stand there in front of all your friends and family and tell them the truth. Do you know how hard that is?
You do not apportion blame on a victim.
I couldn't just let her go.
No, this is her decision, Kerry. You can't make it for her. And you, of all people, should know that. Now, if you weren't all right being a Soit officer, you should have told me. Because Khadija needs somebody who wants what's right for her, not justice for themselves.
Yeah.
Mom?
Come in, Kerry.
I've come to tell you. I've made my decision.
So let's hear it.
I still don't know exactly what happened that night, but the one thing I am sure of is what Smithy was like before, so if I just get rid of everything else and think about that.
What are you trying to tell me?
I don't want to make the allegation official.
Are you saying that Smithy didn't rape you?
Well, because I can't remember, it comes down to instinct. And every time I look at him, I just don't believe that he could or would have done that to me. So no, Mum. Smithy didn't rape me.
Are we making some inquiries about Roy Stafford?
Oh, yeah, Ivy's friend. Nice bloke.
Oh, yeah, a real diamond. He served 3 months for downloading child porn. Conviction was quashed on appeal. Some loophole, apparently.
You're kidding me. Does Ivy know?
Well, I shouldn't think so. Her grandchildren think he's the bee's knees.
We'll have to tell Ivy.
The verdict was overturned, Gabriel. He is an innocent man. I'll inform Child Protection. They can assess if there's any risk to the kids.
And how long will that take?
We haven't got a choice. We can't go steaming in without grounds. You know that.
I must have mug written all over me.
Smithy, I need to talk to you.
The inspector's already told me. So what was it? What was it, a mistake, a lie, what?
I never wanted it to get this far.
So why didn't you tell the inspector sooner?
I did.
Oh, you did, yeah, eventually.
I didn't do this to hurt you, Smithy. I was really confused.
So saying that I raped you wasn't personal, but that's one thing, I suppose.
Listen to me.
What's the point? You're not making any sense.
That is the point. Nothing made sense.
So you said that I raped you?
I just wish I never went to the pub that night.
Yeah, well, that makes two of us.
You took advantage of me.
But I didn't rape you.
No. You didn't. I'm sorry.
Oh, charming. But we've had racist letters before.
Not through internal mail.
You're joking.
No, I thought you should know. Let me know if you hear anything.
Yeah.
Oh, have you spoken to Sergeant Smith and PC Young yet?
Yeah, I was coming to tell you, Kerry's dropped the complaint. And she's agreed to consider a transfer.
Right. Well, she probably doesn't think it, but this could be a good opportunity for her. Start again, somewhere fresh. Let me know what happens.
Will do.
Okay?
Yeah, thanks.
Let's see if Khadija feels the same way.
I guess you were right. Kerry's being pretty tough.
Well, hardly, considering that she's now saying she made a mistake and it wasn't rape.
Really?
So how tough does that make her?
Well, look, it takes guts to admit you've made a mistake. Especially to you.
Oh, I'll let her know she's got a new admirer, shall I?
Kerry? No, she's not my type.
Oh, I don't think I want to know, thank you.
I was thinking about having a drink later on.
Oh, good idea. Where are you going?
Will you let me buy you one?
No, doesn't know which one to avoid. Mrs. Mia, I'd just like 5 minutes with Khadija.
She does not want to see you.
I'd like to hear her tell me that herself.
She has nothing to say to you, so please, just go. Khadija is fine.
Well, in that case, Mrs. Mia, we'd like to talk to you about the whereabouts of your son this morning.
I think you'll find the horse has already bolted.
Oh, well, you can't be too careful, and like I said, they might always be back for more.
But what if the bad guys are already inside?
I'm sorry?
Gaining trust, making themselves part of the family.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You do, though, don't you? Nonce. And if I catch you sniffing around Ivy's house or her grandkids anymore, you'll have something to remember it by. Now, I think your sister in Scotland suddenly requires an urgent visit. Don't you?
I was completely exonerated of those charges at my appeal, and what right have you got to judge me?
You what?
Well, thanks for your warning, PC Kent, but I think Ivy and the girls will be safe staying with me. Hello, you little monkeys. What, shall I put the kettle on? Hang on. Right, go down to the kitchen, girls, and get your drink.
Are you coming in?
No, thanks, Ivy.
The Barbies, where are the Barbies?
Khadija, did you tell your mum what happened? Would you like us?
No. I told you I'm okay. It doesn't do any good to go over these things.
You know Khadija was attacked last night?
Kerry.
And she said she's fine. Did Khadija tell you she's going to be married soon?
What's that got to do with it?
We have 100 guests coming to the wedding.
You know, her husband needn't find out about this.
I am handing Khadija to his family in good faith.
Khadija, this is not your fault. All right? You're talking like she's done something wrong.
We don't want to discuss this. Khadija is a good girl. She has kept herself pure for her husband.
Am I hearing this?
Kerry, this really isn't helping.
Thank you for coming. Please go now.
Khadija?
I want to withdraw my statement.
Khadija, I really think...
I'm sorry.
So if the family find out that she's been raped, they're going to call off the marriage. Well, fine. Who wants to be in a marriage like that anyway?
It's not that simple.
Sarge, Khadija wanted to prosecute. I know she did.
Do you remember Nina Omar?
The girl that was raped in the park?
Yeah.
Do you think these two might be linked?
Possibly. They're both Asian. And if Khadija refuses to cooperate...
Well, then we could have a serial rapist and not know it.
You all right?
Had better days.
Well, I've talked to Kerry, and she thinks you should stay. And I think she's right if you still want to.
Yeah, of course.
Good. Then she'll be transferred as soon as we find a place for her.
I'd rather she stayed.
What?
If Kerry leaves, it'll look like she was under pressure to go. And then people will think that maybe she was telling the truth, only no one was listening.
But I thought that you... No, one of you's got to go.
Not if we can prove we can work together again.
And can you?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, well, maybe you and Kerry are not the best judges of that.
Fair enough, but... I can't think of a better way of silencing the gossips, can you?
No, Smithy. No, I can't.
Still think I'm playing games?
I've been looking for you everywhere.
You shouldn't have bothered. I've already spoken to Yvonne.
Right, I wasn't lying, you know.
What would you call it?
I don't know, I was confused.
When you thought you had been raped, I stood by you. I had to come to work every day and look Smithy in the eye, knowing what he had done to you. But he hadn't, had he? And even when you didn't report it, I still didn't catch on. But now, I've got nowhere left to hide. You cheated on me. It's as simple as that. You cheated on me and you didn't have the guts to admit it.
I was drunk.
Right, so next time I'm drunk, should I just go and find someone?
It wasn't like that.
What was it like? Was it good? Was it better?
Don't do this, Cameron, okay? I can't remember. I don't know what happened.
I do. And everyone else in this Nick knows. Smithy was right. You are just a slag.
Who knew we'd been talking?
Sorry, can't tell you that.
How did they find out then?
Well, it wasn't from me, was it? You're here on a legal visit. No evidence to support an appeal?
Well, you must have asked too many questions.
Come on, Neil, give me some credit, will you? I used to be a copper, remember? I know how to milk an informant.
You implying something?
Yeah. You are looking in the wrong place.
If you're saying Little pulled the raid because one of our lot tipped him off, you're wrong. I don't discuss my sources with anyone.
Not even Jack Meadows?
He might hate your guts, but he wouldn't do this.
Well, somebody did. You've got to leak your end. You know who it is, don't you?
Next time on The Bill.
I think it's Kavanagh.
You're all suspecting it's one thing, proving it's something else.
I am innocent.
Little is going ahead. He's going to hit the boat when it arrives at Skipper's Wharf.
You're going down for this, Stafford. That's a promise.